My name's Peter McKenna and I'm the Community Relations Manager here at Dalradian Gold. I grew up in the Owenkillew Valley back in the late 60s and early 70s. In the very early 1980s, the story began to emerge around the local community that someone had discovered gold in the local streams. I have to say that at the time, there was a mainly humorous and disbelieving reaction. Nobody took it seriously. However, over the months and years that followed, various companies kept coming back, kept investigating, and kept investing. People were employed, work was done, and somehow the idea began to take root in our community that we were sitting on a gold mine. Full-on exploration and investigation didn't begin until 2009 when Dalradian arrived. A more extensive and developed approach by Dalradian after 2010 began to reveal just exactly what was in the local deposit. Millions of ounces of gold, silver, thousands of tons of copper, and then more recently, Dalradian. As a local growing up in the Sperrins, probably the most enduring thing about the place was that the only people who invested in the place were the people who lived here. And it wasn't until the idea of a world-class metals and minerals deposit began to take root that we began to realize that external, international investment could take place in our local area. Many of our people are involved in the construction industry and in part-time farming. This involves a long commute, perhaps getting into a van at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. and making a 2-hour journey in order to do hard physical labour before returning home, in order to then try and carry on with the various duties involved in running a family farm. Growing up in these glens, this was a place where people worked as well as lived. Over the years, more and more people have had to either commute or emigrate. Our project will revitalise the area, provide opportunities so that people don't have to leave. We have seen how projects like ours work in other places. Tara mines in Navan have provided huge knock-on benefits in the local area. Shops, restaurants, hotels, the whole supply chain for over 40 years has benefited from the mine and sits comfortably in the Boyne Valley at the heart of Ireland's ancient East. We visited Tara and Navan many times and heard the testimony of local anglers, residents and business people. By opening our project now in the 21st century, it is our aim to be even better. Since Dalradian came here in 2009, we've been conscious of how we can help in and contribute to the local community. Over nearly 15 years, we've donated over £1.2 million to over 650 groups across the local area. Sporting, social, environmental, educational and charitable groups have all benefited. This will continue and increase when planning is granted. At least £4 million will be committed to the community going forward. Our project would dovetail exactly with the already thriving mining, engineering and quarrying supply industry that is so strong here in Tyrone and all across Mid-Ulster. It is an irony of ironies that dozens of our young people from Gortin and Greencastle and Cregan and Carrickmore are emigrating thousands and thousands of miles to work in mines in Australia and Canada and other places using machinery that's made here in County Tyrone.